Only two slides. Hello class, my name is Azeem, and today I will be talking about the positive effects that yoga can have on older adults. The word yoga is derived from the Sanskrit root yuj, meaning to join or to unite. We still don't know much about the earliest beginnings of yoga. However, many say yoga originated in India more than 5,000 years ago. What started thousands of years ago is now one of the most popular forms of physical activity today. Approximately 30 million Americans now practice yoga, and there are tens of thousands of yoga studios in the US alone. Yoga is clearly an ever evolving practice that has taken over the modern world by storm. Aging is associated with a decline in quality of life and a decline in functionality. The goal as we age is to slow down our functional decline. Physical activity is a way for us to slow down our functional aging curve. However, an individual who is physically inactive runs the risk of expediting their aging curve, and it can result in them losing their functional ability at an earlier age. If we are physically inactive, we are more prone to acquiring diseases like cardiovascular diseases, sarcopenia, osteoporosis, depression, anxiety, etc. Acquisition of these diseases results in a higher possibility of morbidity, a loss of independence, and worst case, mortality. Yoga can benefit the body in a multitude of ways. It can help us increase our flexibility, it can help strengthen muscles, improve our balance, and also improve our mental health. First, let's talk about flexibility. Flexibility is extremely important for older adults. Flexibility helps to offset the effects of normal decline in the flexibility of our joints and helps us to remain active and independent. As we age, muscles become shorter and lose their elasticity. Aging can affect the structure of your bones. It can also cause one's muscle pain and decrease the range of motion in our shoulders, spine, and hips. Stretching is an excellent way to relax and relieve tension. It becomes very important for older adults to maintain range of motion and your ability to move all joints normally with activities during the day. A limited range of motion, which naturally declines as the body ages, makes older adults predisposed to falls and eventually get in the way of our daily activities. Yoga is also great for strengthening muscles. Research has shown that yoga can prevent or slow the process of bone loss. Osteoporosis affects more than 200 million people worldwide. Both men and women are subject to osteoporosis. 50% of hip fractures in people over 55 contribute either to death or to nursing home admissions. Yoga is an exercise that is done with none of the dangers that come with picking up heavy weights or the use of machines. Yoga pits one muscle group against another to generate forces far greater than gravity can. Yoga can be used as a dynamic or static stretch. Unlike most forms of weight-bearing activity, yoga does not damage cartilage or lead to osteoarthritis, another disease that is harmful to older adults. Yoga also benefits our balance. The fear of falling is defined as a disabling symptom of impaired mobility among frail older people. It has been associated with functional limitations and gait impairments. Fear of falling has been identified as one of the greatest fears experienced by the elderly. The fear of falling occurs in 40 to 73% of those who have had a prior fall, and 20% to 46% without a recent fall. At least 30% of those over the age of 65 and 50% over age of 80 report a fall annually. A 12-week study was done on older adults who had a fear of falling and balance. All study participants were older adults who lived independently and were employees at a retirement community center. A registered yoga instructor led the 75-minute yoga intervention classes twice a week for 12 weeks. The intervention was taught to be progressively challenging over the 12 weeks, and each session built on tasks introduced during prior sessions. Overall, they found positive changes in fear of falling, static balance, and flexibility. Yoga can also positively affect our mental health. There are studies that have shown that yoga can decrease stress. Cortisol is a stress hormone in our body. Yoga has shown that it can decrease the secretion of this hormone. One study demonstrated the powerful effect of yoga on stress by following 24 women who perceived themselves as emotionally distressed. After a 3-month yoga program, The women had significantly lower levels of cortisol. They also had lower levels of stress, anxiety, fatigue, and depression. Another study that was done on 64 women with post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD, which is a condition in which a person has difficulty recovering after being exposed to a traumatic event. After 10 weeks, the women who practiced yoga once weekly had fewer symptoms of PTSD. 52% of participants no longer met the criteria for PTSD at all. Importance of being present in the moment and finding a sense of peace is something that can help treat anxiety. Yoga not only decreases levels of cortisol, but can also have a positive effect on serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter often associated with depression. In conclusion, yoga is a great way to increase flexibility, strengthen muscle, improve balance, and improve mental health. And these are my sources.